how sophisticated are the GDs in terms of the money laundering?
The GDs are very sophisticated in terms of the money laundering. They have several different businesses that they ventured off into. The concerts, the music industry, which is a very good industry to veil the large sums of money that they would come in contact with. Cellular phone companies, beeper companies, clothing companies are just scratching the surface.
When you go beyond scratching it, what do you get?
Oh, well, when you go beyond scratching it, you end up street level narcotic sales and things like that. But basically, anything that if you had a nice amount of money that they can go to a bank or go to a safety deposit box and put a large sum of money in there. And if the IRS or if the FBI were to come snooping or around or come and asking questions, the businesses would have some type of sufficient, legitimate excuse for having these large sums of money. That's the reason why the concerts became such a big focus as far as with the GDs.
Were you working in concerts undercover?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Okay, so could you tell us working undercover, what you found out about the concerts, who runs them, how they were structured, how they were laundering money?
Well, contrary to popular belief, the GD infrastructure is a very solid structure. Over the years, they've evolved into a nice sort of company, so to speak. And the monies that they use from the concerts went towards 21st Century Gold, went towards backing Wallace Gator Bradley as far as his campaign and everything. The monies are going towards trying to get Hoover out of jail, his legal fees and everything like that.
How is the concert business structured? I mean, you tell you worked undercover. Who set this up? Who runs it? How did the money laundering work?
You have various different people who are like governors. They're given the titles of governors, regents, who off of ticket sales, they'll force the subordinate GD members to sell X amount of tickets. Okay, they'll make sure that they have entertainers who are in demand, like your Snoop Doggy Dogs, any rap star where they can draw a large crowd, so they can draw large sums of money in to the enterprise.
And then I don't understand how the money laundering works.
Say if they make $20,000 to $30,000 off of a concert, they can take that $20,000 to $30,000 and mix, say, $50,000, $60,000 of the drug money in with this money that they made from the concerts, and go to any bank, and if anybody came asking questions about it or whatever, these are proceeds from the concerts.
Okay, so wait, explain a little more. They force people to buy the tickets, then whatever that sum is, they enhance it with drug money?
Yes.
When you explain it.
each subordinate GD has to have a certain amount of tickets that he has to sell. It's mandatory that he sells X amount of tickets. It's mandatory that each regent, governor, that his people under them make sure that these tickets are sold so that they'll have a nice base income to start from. And then whatever else comes in addition to that, they can go to any bank or go to any real estate company and try to buy property, or various different ways that they try to push this money into the system legitimately.
Whose brainchild is this concert business? Who runs it? Who set it up?
Basically, what I understand and what I've gathered through this, King Hoover, Larry Hoover, everything has to go through him.
What about Wendy Jenkins?
Wendy is real instrumental in this. She's been involved in investigations by the FBI where they've seized records, monies, and everything. But they only touched a certain level. You know, there's more to it than what you and I can see. You know, these GDs have really evolved into a real power structure. And that was like one of the reasons why they wanted to come over to 21st century vote thing, so that they can sort of get into the political side of society. It's sort of like to force certain members into the mainstream.
But is the drug money, do they keep inventories? Are these businesses run legitimately, or are they just shells? Are they just fronts?
The businesses are ran legitimately, or they try to run them legitimately by having accountants. You know, you have GDs who go to college, get degrees in various different fields, and come back and use their expertise to further the organization.
How were the concerts? You were in the concerts? Did you go undercover in these concerts? Did you attend them?
I attended the concerts.
Okay, was it all GD crowd? Were they full? Were they?
For the most part, you had GD crowds. You also had some regular citizens or neutral citizens who had nothing to do with the organization. They simply just spent their money for these concerts to see whatever artist or whatever rap star.
These concerts, were they sponsored by Save the Children?
Now, Save the Children, from what I gather, is part of it. Save the Children is a big front.
Explain it more. It's a big front of what?
Save the Children is a big front for the GDs to continue under the guise of Save the Children, whereas they're out in the community trying to promote good. And in reality, Save the Children is part of the Gangster Disciple Nation, which is part of our problem as far as the drug sales and the laundering of money.
Is it common knowledge among the gang members, among law enforcement, that these concerts were front, that Save the Children's a front?
It's not common knowledge amongst all law enforcement. you have certain agencies that have done their homework and looked into these various sub-agencies of the GD Nation.
Were you approached, I mean, were they trying to sign up entertainers to be part of this?
Well, they can sign up legitimate entertainers who would have nothing to do with what they're doing. Their main primary focus is to make as much money legitimately, so that if they came with the large sums of money from the drug profits and God knows what else that they, might be out here doing, extortion or whatever, that these monies would not, shall I say, be, detected, real easy. If the IRS was to come and say, hey, let me look at your books, they could say, well, we had an average of, say, 15 or 20,000 people that attended this concert. 20,000 people at $20, $25 a head is a lot of money.
Like, do they really have that many people at the concerts?
No. Sometimes they might have way less than that. But the profits that they report will be enormous.
But the profits they report from the concerts are really is really drug money.
You got it. The bottom line, this whole thing is based on drugs, narcotics.
Cindy, I'm a little on the drug money. I'm not sure that I understand. Maybe you can explain a little more. Some people who think we're too hard on what they call disenfranchised youth are very critical of us for being critical of somebody trying to be legitimate, and they're going to say, well, it's holding legitimate concerts and pulling legitimate money. What's the problem? But it goes beyond that. I mean, if they raise 100, how do you know? I guess how do you know that this is being used to launder drug money? How do you know this is going on? I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I'm saying there are people we report to who are very skeptical about this. How do you know? An answer to Cindy.
Working in an undercover status, you hear a lot of information that goes out. You also interview, you also arrest members who are part of the organization who will leak out things that happen internally. Okay?
And what do they tell you?
They'll tell you.
Or what are they telling you?
Well, they would tell me, I'm forced to be out here selling 50 tickets since I am a GD. I'm forced to get out here, sell these tickets, so that there'll be a lot of money at the end of the night counted up, so that they can hide how much money they're trying to bring into the system from drugs.
And they do bring in from drugs?
They do launder money through these concerts with drugs, from drugs, profits.
When the train goes past, could you repeat that, for us and put it in the context? What you said, that I know from working undercover and from informants. Just sort of say a little more clearly what you just said.
Okay. I've had informants tell me that they were forced to sell tickets so that they can have a large sum of money at the end of the night from these concerts, these proceeds, or the next day when they tally up everything, they have their so-called accountants count the proceeds and everything from the concerts. And at this time, they'll add on monies to it, which is from drug profits, to deposit in banks, to back other enterprises, like I mentioned before, the cellular phone companies. I mean, the whole thing is just a networking effect. And it's ironic because a lot of people don't realize that this is happening. But it is happening. And it's happening every day. People underestimate the levels that the gangster disciples have reached.
So at the end of the night, after the concert's over, what are his informants telling him actually goes on?
I mean, people out there don't know, when you talk about money laundering, I mean, even we don't quite understand how it works.
How does the money get mixed together?
How does it get mixed together?
Yeah, 'cause some people
You could have, say, 10, 15 governors present at this concert. Governors from all over the city, who their people can bring briefcases, shopping bags, whatever they can load this money in and bring it to either the office at the amphitheater and add these monies with proceeds from ticket sales and from the gates at the concerts, so that all of these monies can be pooled together and written off as proceeds from the concerts.
But don't they have to balance the number of tickets? Don't they have to count for the number of tickets and the profits and the revenues brought in? How do they vary it?
If I'm given 50 to 100 tickets, okay, out of those 50, maybe 10, 15 people show up to the concert, but I have your money, okay? They can bury it by having mock tickets out. There are so many tickets allotted for VIPs where they don't have to pay. They can write it off that way. You can say that 10,000 people came through this gate, when in actuality only 5,000 came through the gate. But with bringing these monies in from, say, Joe Blow on the street corner who's selling, and he's turning the money over to his region, and his region in turn is turning the money over to the governor, and they bring the money down to the amphitheater, they can say that they purchased tickets, or people actually purchase tickets. It's not like everyone who purchased tickets gives you a name and address to where you can go and find out, well, did you go and purchase this ticket from this Save the Children concert?
So what you're saying is they print these tickets and they paper the house They tell people to show up, they paper the house, when in fact the money is not going for ticket sales, the money is all coming in from drugs.
That's it.
Well,
And you will have monies from ticket sales as well. But what I'm saying is, there's more money being brought in from the drug enterprise than from the concert itself. And if I print up, say, what's the seating capacity of the amphitheater?
maybe 10,000, I'm not sure.
So, I think it also mentioned board of governors bringing in briefcases and shopping bags full of money. Is that drug money?
Yes.
Can you explain that to us again, kind of differentiating between drug money and ticket sales? I mean, they bring in,
They'll bring in drug money in whatever way to try to hide it from the police in case they get stopped on the way over there or whatever.
what have you been told? How do they bring it in?
I just mentioned a couple of examples: briefcases, shopping bags, Foot Locker plastic gym shoe bags, various different ways to disguise it.
And then they deliver this all to the box office where it's assumed, it's passed off as concert money.
Correct.
It's still confusing, isn't it?
Well, if you could explain it just to get them.
In a clear way about how they,
Like paint us a picture.
paint us a
of what
picture.
what your informants have told you. If I were a fly on the wall, what would I see this guy doing, and how much money would they, drug money would they bring in, how much would they bring in, and is there like a mix?
Well, what you fail to understand is at these times, these are only the heads, okay, who are involved with the counting of the money, where it's dispersed to. Only certain people are privy to this information. Now, you can have people speculate. They can come back and give me a speculation of what they think the money went towards, how much was counted up. I've never been there, okay? I've never gotten that close to where I can actually eyeball how much money was brought in from the outside, how much money is actually laundered. That information I've never been privy to.
But what have your informants told you about the process? You started describing it about the briefcases and such. If you could just do that again, kind of a description of what they've told you goes on, when the concert's over, the money coming in.
And the money they're bringing in these bags is drug money.
Right.
Well, if you-
From your corner sales to sales around the CHA developments to sales all over the city. So when you say explain more about how the money's coming in, these guys have secret compartments in their cars that they've had built in so that it's undetected by the police. It's all kind of ways that these guys have become creative as far as moving money and drugs around the city. So we can this can go on and on.
How does it work, say, with a beeper company or a cellular phone company?
Everyone knows communications is a booming business. And in communications, you generate a lot of money as well.
But then it's legitimate. They're buying the phones. Are they doing the same thing? In other words, are they passing off drug money as revenue from the sale of
As
beepers?
revenue from the sales of the beepers, the cellular phones, a lot of the beeper shops sell imitation Dooney Burke purses, Fendi purses. They get off into all kind of items that they sell. colognes, all kind of stuff, so that they can bring this money in, so that they can disguise it as being legitimate money.
We're fine. We're just kids, we're running like chickens.
They block off the street in our front drones. They have the fireworks. The city would put them on it? No, they block it. The city would block it off.
Before we get started, let me make the introductions. The achievements that you are going to hear about today were the result of an unprecedented task force, and representatives of the participants in that task force are with me today. I'd like to introduce them, and they'll be available for comment shortly. From the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Special Agent in charge here in Chicago, Jim Morgan, and from Washington, D.C., Chief of Domestic Operations, Julius Beretta. From Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, Acting Special Agent Don Kincaid. From IRS, CID Chief Walt Hagman. Jack O'Malley, the Cook County State's Attorney. From the Illinois Department of Corrections, the Director, Odie Washington. From the CHA Police, Commander Matt Brandon. From the Illinois State Police, Director Terry Gaynor. And from the Chicago Police Department, Superintendent Matt Rodriguez. Today, we move boldly to break the grip of narcotics and crime that a local Chicago street gang, an outlaw gang called the Gangster Disciples, has held on our communities and our neighborhoods for the past quarter of a century. A federal grand jury has returned 3 separate indictments charging a total of 39 individuals, and this includes Larry Hoover and other top leaders of the Gangster Disciples. They have had a 25-year conspiracy going in this area that is clearly charged in the indictment, and the heart of the conspiracy was to distribute coke, crack, heroin, and marijuana. The indictment also charges that to protect this drug distribution operation, the Gangster Disciples extorted protection money from literally hundreds of street dealers in Chicago and Chicago's suburbs. The defendants are also charged with operating a continuing criminal enterprise that has made the Gangster Disciples one of the nation's largest and most ruthless street gangs. These indictments were unsealed today after more than 250 law enforcement officers and agents at enormous personal risk hit the streets this morning at 5 a.m. to execute arrests and search warrants on the defendants. So far, approximately 23 of the individuals are in custody, and they are in custody without incident, and we're very grateful for that. No one has been injured or harmed in terms of the officers and the agents. By the end of the day, we expect to have as many as 31 to 32 of the defendants in custody. These indictments are expected to severely cripple the highly organized criminal activities of the Gangster Disciples. For the 25 years, this gang has been responsible for the retail sale of an enormous quantity of narcotics that amounted to literally millions and millions of dollars in revenue. These indictments, I am proud to say, represent the most significant coordinated effort ever by state, local, and federal law enforcement agencies to combat the epidemic of street gang narcotics trafficking and violent crime in Chicago and its suburbs. And I want to thank all those members of the task force who are represented by those standing here with me for their efforts, because it was an extraordinary effort, and I doubt that in this country we've ever seen any better cooperation on the state, local, and federal level. The defendants in these indictments believed that they were invincible, that they could operate with impunity from law enforcement, and they went to great lengths to insulate themselves from prosecution by keeping the drugs and the guns out of their own possession and by hiding their illegal profits. But these indictments today penetrated all of those barriers, and they even penetrated prison walls in the state of Illinois. In addition to the narcotics conspiracy and continuing criminal enterprise charges, each indictment contains either 49 or 50 additional counts that allege substantive violations of narcotics, gun control, and other federal laws. The indictments charge that the Gangster disciples have controlled narcotics trafficking in large areas of the Chicago city and the surrounding suburbs, and have ruthlessly protected their interests and their territory through violence, intimidation, and extortion. The gang has recruited juveniles as members because these youngsters, who typically are treated more leniently by the criminal justice system, can possess and store the gang's drugs and weapons with less risk. The indictments also reveal that the gang's community organizations, such as Save the Children and 21st Century Vote, were used to launder drug sales and street tax extorted from gang members and other narcotics dealers who were allowed to operate in their territory. For more than two decades, this gang has terrorized entire communities. It has preyed on the young people in particular, and recently its leaders have attempted to publicly portray themselves as legitimate agents of social and political action. But the real community that these organizations served were the leaders of the Gangster disciples. Early this morning, authorities arrested Larry Hoover, the undisputed leader of the Gangster disciples. He was incarcerated in the state prison in Dixon, Illinois. He was taken into federal custody. He was flown to Meigs Field here in Chicago, and he is now in federal custody here in Chicago. He is known as the King and the Chairman, and unquestionably Hoover has been at the helm of the Gangster disciples for at least these 2 decades. I might add, Hoover, who is eligible annually for parole, controlled the gang's illegal activities from inside prison walls. If convicted of the most serious offenses that he's charged with today, Hoover will face mandatory life imprisonment without possibility of parole. And I might add, many of the other defendants charged are facing the same sentence. I also want to praise the cooperation of the Illinois Department of Corrections. And I want to emphasize that Hoover's alleged exercise of authority from prison should be viewed in context, within the context of the thousands of Gangster disciples who are in the Illinois State Penitentiary system. Specifically, the indictment set forth the Gangster disciples' evolution into a very sophisticated, highly structured, almost corporate-like organization. In recent years, its hierarchy has consisted of the chairman, Hoover, board members, governors, regents, coordinators, and soldiers. Under Hoover, the gang had 2 different boards. One board consisting of those leaders who were incarcerated in the state prison system, and those leaders who were not incarcerated. The conspiracy also involved enforcement of Gangster disciple laws and rules. Each member was required to memorize and obey these laws and rules. The gang held regular meetings, and during these meetings they would discuss their drug distribution network, their security for the ranking members, and other business matters that were pertinent at the time. At these meetings, usually run by regents, discipline was decided and it was imposed for violations of gang rules. Grounds for punishment ran a whole range of activities, but specifically it included stealing drugs, stealing drug money, bringing the attention and focus of law enforcement authorities onto the gang or gang members, not showing proper respect for the gang leaders, and missing gang meetings. The punishment for violations ranged from financial fines to severe physical beatings, including beatings with baseball bats and other weapons, and some of these punishments, in fact, ended up in murder. Members and non-members alike also were required to pay an additional street tax, which was called political money. And this political money was used in part to fund 21st century vote. Finally, the conspirators used coded language, surveillance, counter-surveillance techniques, and other means to avoid detection and apprehension by law enforcement authorities. I want to single out Assistant U.S. Attorneys Ron Safer, who is Deputy Chief of our Special Prosecution Division, and Matt Crowell, one of our assistants who have worked diligently on this case and will present it in court. And I also want to single out from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, Dave Styler and Bernie Murray, who have been very intimately involved and have been an integral part of these achievements. And I want to thank Jack O'Malley for having them cross-designated as Special Assistant U.S. Attorneys. They also will participate in the case and participate in the trials of the case, and I want to personally thank Dave and Bernie. They've done a terrific job. Would anybody like to make some comments?
Well, I join Mr. Burns in complimenting the work of the officers involved here. The task force, as Jim said, is really unprecedented, the level of investigation that was done and the cooperation as evidenced by the cross-designation of Dave and Bernie to help try the cases over here. You know, it underscores also one other thing that I can't forego this opportunity. One of the reasons we're here today is because the penalties for these crimes that have been alleged are much more severe in this building than they are at 26th in California. As you know, I've publicly called out many times for making just a bit more strict some of our penalties for violent crimes as well as for narcotics dealing. And the fact is that if they're convicted of these most serious offenses, as Jim just said, many of them will face natural life in prison. That would not be the case if we had brought these charges over in state court. I want to point out also that to thank Dave and Bernie's supervisors, Al Tomaso, who's the chief of our Narcotics Enforcement Bureau in the State's Attorney's Office, Dave O'Connor, who's the supervisor of our multi-jurisdictional prosecution program. We also had our gang people involved, Neil Linehan, chief of the Special Prosecutions Bureau, and Jack Hines, who's the supervisor of the gang unit. I also joined Jim in praising Ron Safer and Bernie and Dave as well. Ron coordinating this along with the folks from our office really did an outstanding job. As I was leaving 26th in California to come over here, I was handed a case, an appellate court case, which is the affirmation of Larry Hoover's conviction for murder. He is in prison right now. Actually, he's up here now, but he was brought up here from prison, and as Jim pointed out, he's been eligible for parole on an annual basis. The State's Attorney's Office over the last several years, actually over the last 20-some years, has consistently argued as best we could, and successfully, that he not be paroled. We're all aware that there were, unfortunately, there was sort of at least somewhat of an effort on the part of community groups and some political leaders seeking the parole of Larry Hoover and identifying him as someone who could be a leader and a role model for children. When that reached its peak a couple of years ago, I publicly said that I couldn't dispute that he was a leader, but that he was the worst example of a role model we could ever have, and the indictments that are brought forth today certainly underscore that. As the case I was reading confirming his conviction for murder, he ordered the murder of a drug dealer back in February of 1973, and at that time he was known as King Hoover. He's been in the penitentiary ever since, and as Jim said, he's been directing the narcotics activities of the Gangster disciples since that time. Some of the things that the indictment refers to, oh, by the way, he was convicted in 1977 for the 1973 murder with a man named D.D. Howard. D.D. Howard was paroled from prison, and he's charged today with being part of this continuing criminal enterprise. The indictment will raise a few questions for you that I want to try and hedge off, because as frequently happens in these situations, you have questions that will occur to you that are natural, and we won't be able to answer some of them for you. The indictment points out that they did launder money through different organizations. Well, first of all, the indictment's clear, and it should set a strong message as to what Century 21 vote, or Vote Century 21, whatever it is, and the Save the Children Foundation, what those really were. And I won't add more to that than Jim just said. We have made a conscious decision not to, at this time, in the indictment or to you, identify the other legitimate business organizations. You may also wonder, you may be asking me, who was murdered when, as Jim points out, the range of penalties for violating the gang rules led to beatings and fines and murders. We have also made a conscious decision at this time not to identify, because it's not in the best interest of the prosecution in this case or other cases, to identify particular murder victims, so there's no point in asking me that. And that was it. Again, thanks to Ron Safert, Jim Burns, and finally, and perhaps most importantly, the work of the Chicago Police Department, whose officers, along with the agents from the work the streets, and when they make the buys and all the things that are the underpinnings for these prosecutions, they risk their lives out there every day making those buys, and they're the people that really deserve the credit, because they run the greater risk than any of us do. Thank you very much.
I'd like to just say that I'm here because of the fine work of the Chicago Police Department, totally, but primarily and substantially the narcotics section of the Chicago Police Department, which is led by now Assistant Deputy Superintendent Michael Hoke. I think it's important to recognize the obvious impact to the present that this case will have on the streets, but it's also good to look to the future. And I think what this augurs for the future should be quite evident to those people involved in these types of activities. We have a situation in the city of Chicago right now where traditional organized crime does not have its typical operation head, because people are disinclined to be identified as the operating head of traditional organized crime. I think as long as we have cases such as this and we follow them with other substantial cases, that individuals will realize that a gang, a group of individuals who are organized in these kinds of activities, who identify themselves or become known as the top or leaders of the group, they will be identified and focused on, targeted upon, and we will act in concert in law enforcement, getting them off the streets of the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Agents of the Drug Enforcement Administration have been involved in this case for well over 5 years. It has been a technically difficult case to pursue, but I can't add any more comments and laudatory comments for those agents and for all of the officers from the police department, ATF, IRS, the Housing Authority, state police who have worked on this case. It has been a tremendous, tremendous effort, one that I think will go down in the annals of Chicago history. It's a tremendous case, and I think you'll see by the indictments and the arrests of the people who were arrested today and will be arrested that it is going to go down in Chicago history as one of the finer cases, well-documented cases that this area has ever seen. I think that the citizens of Chicago are going to benefit from the efforts of all of the officers and agencies that are involved in this case today. Thank you.
Oh yeah, they up.
I just heard a foot change.
Where you at?
Dude turned right in front of me. Punch him right in here. Did he?
Chop.
You supposed respect their privacy. got killed like they hard-nosed criminals. Them drugs. And they gotta be on campus. They ain't gotta be on campus because they're selling drugs. That's violation they trying to see. When they wait, no, listen to me. Listen to me. They got to go to school. And you got to get them on film. And that's all y'all. You ain't got time because all y'all going to sell news. And news pop. But they and all y'all do is come around here and film our kids and take them to jail.
I love coming down and talking to y'all because you're so fucking controversial. You got motherfuckers selling dope in your building and killing each other out here, and you out here screaming at me because I'm doing my job. And I'm doing my job. I'm locking up bad guys.
What about this other one we saw the other day?
Oh, it's straight. It's straight.
Holly, man. Holly.
How are you?
Man. What you crying about, shit?
What you crying for?
What you crying for?
Yeah, man. Huh? What you doing there? Come on. Y'all got identification?
You got ID? Where your mother at? Mother home?
Talk to them too. Well, I think she's on her way down.
In the black? You see on black?
If you get caught, you get caught. Okay. All right. Thank you. Here, put this in that thing.
You have to really get a good look at it. No.
Our walls finna go up. What you
This one
talking
right
about? We just came from
That one?
Excuse me. Excuse
Derek.
me. If he didn't do nothing, I'll let him back up.
You gotta go upstairs because I have to.
No, get back.
Y'all, you been through everybody already?
Yeah.
Get up.
He can come with us.
Get up.
Cuff me for what?
I'm fucking you
Explain
up.
to you in a minute. Get up.
Here's the cuff.
Right on the ground. Get up. Come on, get up.
Get up.
Get up, Chief. Get up.
Hey, I suggest don't none of y'all stand by this van no more. Every time I come by, whoever's on that van is looking out, is going to jail for it.
Go upstairs, okay, motherfucker? If you want to participate, we ain't coming to
All right.
I'll explain.
Don't worry, son. Shut up.
Come on. Come on.
Get on over there, boy. Get in the car.
Oh, you won that, man. All right, we up.
I'm right here. I'm coming. We got another stop to make. No, I'm coming with you all.
Let's get back to the car.
Your car.
That's good enough.
Put me with your homie in the blue. Come on, ride with Vicky. Ride with Vicky, one of y'all.
That's why.
And a blunt. So they can roll him a nice fat marijuana cigar.
There we go.
6 he had left.
Hi,
What's
Officer Mitchell there?
Man one.
Mitchell, Officer Mitchell. Okay, thanks.
You got the other bag? Okay.
Godfrey, you got the jacket?
Oh, it's in the trunk of the car. Got the radio?
Give me the keys, I get the jacket, just to check.
Got the turn upside down.
Give me the keys.
Well, let me try that bag too, right?
I grabbed the jacket up.
You got change?
Who can walk in there with me?
Hey, police, open the door. Police! Open the door! Open the door! Forget about your clothes, otherwise it's coming down right now. Better open it. Hurry! Open it up. All right, step back, step back. All right, step back. Let's go. Everybody, let's see everybody's hand. Let's go. Who are you from?
ABC News.
Can you just keep it off till we're through?
Yeah, we'll, guys, yeah, we'll let you know when we bring them out.
Yeah. Please.
Jesus Christ, open the door. Open the door. Open the door. God damn Yeah, huh? Yeah, it was me. Yeah, they fucked it. Let's go fuck it up there now.
Go to shoot. Relax, okay? Don't move it around. Oh, okay, all right. But just, okay, fine. But I understand. But don't be moving around because the more, I know, I understand. Okay, I understand that, but the more you move around, what I'm trying to tell you is the more you move around, the tighter those cuffs are going to get. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, all right. Just don't make any sudden moves. Get in.
I don't know. You know, you could call that, there's a tow team here that'll come and tow it. You want their number? He's driving. Okay.
Yeah. Just walk around the back.
was a real surprise, though. I thought it was. You know, he got bounced like that.
Man, I could have. Now when you got to get off, I got up at 2 o'clock. I thought I was walking. I sit down on the front porch. I sit down and she was waiting for you.
We're stuck here up there.
No, not really. Just here at ABC News.
Oh, why don't you leave?
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
There's no reason for you to be here.
Sure it is. Isn't this,
No, I don't think they want to be photographed. ABC News is here with their camera.
Gotta go?
No.
Can't say?
No, you have to go outside the building.
This is kind of the outside, isn't it?
No, we got to keep this area clear here for now, for a reason.
Okay. Thanks anyway.
Yeah.
I just set to station myself outside. All right, thank you.
That was something.
Excuse me. You'll have to take the camera somewhere else, all right?
Somebody's fed.
Joe's car. Is there a back seat right up? Yeah. Sorry. Anything worthwhile here in the town? No, the other car still has the door open. Somebody might want to tell that guy he left the door open. Yeah.
5:15, you can put us back. I'll give you the paper. See if I can steal some reports off of one of these guys, because I'm running low myself.
All it said was that it was Robert Quarry.
Be right back, guys. He's got a camera crew also.
Camera crew?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 29?
They said ABC. I think something for Peter Jennings, I believe.
Oh, okay, here, take this.
So do everything right, Georgie. Wear your hat and all that.
Wear your gloves. And don't tell them clock and click.
No,
don't I always?
You're the best. I only put my gloves on for that disturbance.
All right, very good. Yeah.
Y'all have a good night. Just as you go over to Broad Street, go to your left and just follow, because Germantown Avenue.
Broad Street and then make a left.
Excuse me.
That's correct. Okay. Okay.
15 at 740 20th?
That's correct. It's on the highway.
Oh, good, it's raining again.
Someone from the tag comes back on 89 Ford, Monica Field, or what's the address to carry him. She hasn't come back yet. We'll let you know what she got.
Did they say 19th or 20th? Did you call, ma'am?
19th Street, I don't know. Alright, is there a bar area, 830 bar?
9:15.
Okay, it's supposed to be outside the 8.
That could be true.
Central Bike 1. Central Bike 1. 603 available.
How far away is that?
Right around the corner, just about.
That's correct. You may be on 200 North Marvine.
15, I'll be pulling up. Give me the flash.
2 black males. One of them has red boxing gloves, brown jacket.
Boxing gloves shouldn't be hard to see. Hi, boys and girls. Everything all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got something, Chris?
Wait a minute.
I know that. Chill out. Next call from here with a gun. We'll find out. Hey, Mike. You got this guy? Go back. Go back. Get back. Get your leg out. Go back.
Come on, get back.
See, man, you wind up getting locked up.
Go home, brother. Who had your gloves? This guy? Let me ask you a question. Shut up, man. You just have an argument with somebody and maybe take somebody off? Yes or no? No.
Did you win the fight? Did you win the fight?
No.
Huh?
Ain't nobody got no guns on here. The last 15 minutes, you guys get an argument with anybody out here? No? Stacy, tell them to hit the road. Silver Star. Tell those guys to take a walk. Hey guys, take a walk. Let's go, okay?
Come over towards the bar, right? Somewhere's over this way.
Tell them to take a walk.
The 16 score is going to be handled at the time. What he came down at? 319, right?
Where's the straw? Where's the straw? Did Tony Justice guy down?
Anybody got through him yet?
Yeah.
What's this one?
We got a call with a guy
With red boxing gloves with a gun.
No, not me. I ain't got no.
Well, you're the only guy here, brother, with red boxing gloves, okay? Do you understand that? So we're going to check you out. You come up here, they're probably going to... We're talking. They're probably going to cut you loose, all right? They're going to do what they're going to do. All right? Did you get in an argument with somebody? Maybe you tipped them off? Maybe they called on you?
No.
That's how it happens. I told you guys, you don't hang out in these corners. You don't get stopped, right?
What's your name?
Who? I'm not going to get stuck, right, man? Nothing on you, right? Let me see your face.
Street?
Yeah, I was walking my side.
What about you? Anybody dust you down yet?
Good, I got, good, take care of him, I got him.
No, I do that with you.
Spin your legs, man. I'm not going to get stuck, right? Right?
Yeah.
No straight shooter in a pipe? Yes or no? You got a straight shooter in a pipe on you?
I don't know about that.
What do you got on you? It's yes or no, that's all. Okay? Check the shot. So you're one pair of pants, right?
I got shorts on.
What else you got on? You got boxers? You got sweatpants? And what else? Here's your pants. What's in your left pocket? With your left hand, take it out. Left hand, take it out of your pocket. Let me see it.
I wasn't boxing. Can I get my beat back?
No, you'll get it back. He's got it. You don't want it.
Ah, come on. All these lovely numbers on it, I can't keep it?
Put it away, William. Don't you guys have school? No, tomorrow's Saturday, right?
Fuck that, there it is. Gentlemen, have any identification with you? No? Now, if I know if I ask you all these questions, you're going to tell me the truth, right? Yeah. Okay. What's your name, handsome? Where do you live?
1350. I didn't want to push you.
What's your date of birth?
What's that?
What's your name, handsome?
I was pointing at you.
Clark?
I was pointing at no kids. You pull a gun on me. Guess what?
Where do you live, William?
I don't know what you're into.
What's your date of birth? 80? How old are you? Wow. Big boy for 15, man. Anybody want these guys?
No, I'm done with him. He's clean.
9:15. Hey, you got no complaining on this, right?
No, I don't have one.
All right, guys, see you. Have a good one, man.
Billy's the back door. Yeah, they came from over the bar. Whoever. Whose car's that? Stover's?
Yeah.
Stover pulled up.
Well, I came the wrong way down the street. I had a hard time getting around the traffic. They were probably behind the van when I went right past them. I know, but it smells like they're making Chinese food in there.
Yeah,
making me hungry. Just, yeah, I can see.
Hey.
Well, that radio's real loud.
All right, thanks. Hey, man, can you tell me who's pumping?
15, I got gas here about an hour ago.
Okay. Is your team try night first?
Bar put him a hold up, pointed gun, covered by a black male. His park. Central with the complaint, please.
Night command, you want that lower Informants back?
Inside right now. Take me back. What do you need, man?
Night command needs a lower end car, sir. I told you on a parcel. I should when you're back.
What's your name? Yeah, need headquarters now? Correct. Okay, we're in headquarters. I got some equipment for you. Okay. Six crimes with one complainant and 3 witnesses. Listed armors broken, so.
Oh, over on 15th Street. Oh, at the Hilton North.
Yeah, I never got a court date on it. I'm saying maybe you should play guilty. Are we going to see if you're holding today? Do me a favor. Do me a favor. What you do? Stop for one reason. You have the right to know. You have the right to stop.
Just put it over here, man.
Stop
You know the drill.
You're hanging out where I don't want you. I told you to take it across that side of the street.
Get anything that's want to stick me or anything like that?
No, but I work right here. I'm locking the gate. I had to go to bed. Okay, we're going to stop you both. Check
We're locking what gate?
Cut the loose. Do me a favor.
Oh, you work here?
Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom, so he told me to put my hands on the car.
All right. You have nothing on me. I'm not going to get stuck or cut or anything.
I have a screwdriver.
Well, you take it out for me.
All right. Take the straight shooter to the pipe and toss it. Take the stuff and toss it. Stop it. Take it. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not picking that up. Take it. Toss it. Toss it. Okay, see what else you got.
What are you, the guard there? Or?
Come on, clean engine.
Chill out.
I'm tired as hell, man.
Whoa, that's nasty.
This is cut glass. They use this to protect themselves.
Nah.
I have my little clean screwdriver on.
All right, well, all right. So put your hands back. Other than that, you don't have anything, right?
You have a 6-digit card that can start over to 4.
What's this, your tune box?
What do you got here?
Smokes?
Take your purse and open the purse up. Take your purse, open the purse up. So I can see in there. Take everything out of there. Open it up real good so I can see.
We're not going to find what we found last time, are we?
No, I guess she looks clean today. Do me a favor, take everything up to put it back in there.
Yeah, I guess after 15 bags of rock, you learned your lesson.
You have any ID on your brother?
No, right in the garage.
Well, take the hat off. Let's make sure there's no derringer in there. Hold the hat so I can see it. Okay, leave it on the hood of the car. Take the headphones off, please.
He's clean, Chris.
Okay. All right, when I'm ready for it, I want your real name, okay? What's your real name again? The real one.
I'm giving it to you.
What is it?
Arlene.
Spell again.
O-L-L.
That's right. You spelled differently. Go ahead.
E-N-E.
What's your last name?
Elby.
E-L-L-E-R-B-Y?
Yeah.
B-Y?
No, E-L-L-E-B-E-R.
How you spelling it?
E-L-L.
E what?
E-L-L-E-B-E-R.
You pronounce it Eliber?
Eliber.
Not L-O-B?
Eliber.
Eliber. E-L-E-B-E-R. What's your date of birth?
220.
Go ahead.
58.
What is it? Michael Reed. R-E-E-D. Reed, yeah. 239 West. You work here, so you said here. All right, what's your date of birth? 1846. Stop it, we check you out, you come clean, we're going to cut you loose. I'm going to ask you two things. Not to hang out here, don't give me a story, not to hang out here. And I'm telling you right now, if I see you out here again, you're obstructing the highway, I'm going to take you in for obstructing the highway. One of these days, I'm going to catch you for prostitution, and that's a bigger deal. You're staying for a lot longer than that. Take that rag and dust that hood off. Do it now. Get off my car. How many times do I have to give you a break? You know what I mean? You got to get clean up your act and get your drug habit cleaned up, right? We're going to see if you showed up in court from the last time.
They just had the hold up at 1400 South with a pointed gun.
Yeah.
I just come out shooting 15th and South.
When?
Just now. How much you want to bet that's from?
I better wait for this.
No, I got it. They haven't said whether it's found or not.
Right?
So what happened when you went to court?
Yeah, whenever you can, like to run this too. Okay, ready?
He just keeps postponing.
They keep postponing it?
O-L-L-E-N-E?
And I'm trying to get the dude.
I'll give you the email first. Last name's Eliber. She spells it E-L-L-E-B-E-R.
I don't sell it. I smoke.
Don't talk. How do you spell your first name?
I was talking to her.
Spells her first. Olene is the first name. O-L-L-E-N-E. DOB is 22058, and I'll give you the mail when you're ready. All right, he's a block mail. His last name is Reed, R-E-E-D. First name Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Says his DOB is 81846.
Okay.
Don't worry about that, man.
Nah. It's a little different.
I never got a put this
Damn, I thought somebody was throwing bottles at us again.
225, date of birth? Oh, no one's at all.
All right, I'll send up the mail. When's your court date?
When is my court date?
Yeah.
They keep postponing it.
It feels good to me. But I've been out in the rain all night.
When you get yourself straightened out and get off this drug thing, so you can have some type of a normal life. That's up to you, you know.
I'm addicted.
Well, you have to go to the treatment center and get off of it, but hanging out in this neighborhood's not going to help you. Everybody over here is a crackhead. You ever been locked up?
You've been working here for a while, haven't you? Hey, these things happen.
You said that if you keep continuing it. I never got a court notice in the time that I locked you. Did you plead guilty?
No, because I'm trying to get the guy who gave me the pass.
She keeps her story straight. That's what she told us the night we locked her up.
We're going to cut you loose. Let me see the hat again. Sure. Give me the hat. The reason why I had to take it off is for one reason, okay?
I respect that, buddy.
Well, a lot of bad guys put a Derringer right in there, okay?
I know
We
that.
can dust you down, but sometimes we miss that. Go home.
Thank you,
Okay?
Have a good night,
guys.
guys.
All right, you too. Have a good weekend.
Have a nice night. Thanks, Billy. Thank you.
Anytime, Chris.
Give me a couple minutes, please.
You got it.